Chapter 3. Launch. T-0. On the morning of July 7th, 2025, the world paused. Markets slowed, planes delayed, screens flickered across office towers and refugee camps alike. The sound of humanity holding its breath echoed not through airwaves, but across delay-buffered live streams and automated countdown overlays. At Launch Complex 39A, the modified Starship-class vessel stood like a cathedral of chrome and algorithms. Painted on its flank, beneath the logos of NASA, SpaceX, and a minimalist Martian glyph, were two words in jet black: Ark I. In the command tower, Anne McLean stood helmeted, hands clasped behind her back, calm, silent, watching the sky with the detachment of someone who had already left. Starship Ark I is clear of the tower. We are Mars-bound. The audio beamed into 1 billion homes, bouncing off satellites and headlines. Earth watches. In Nairobi, school children clutched solar tablets. In New York, Times Square roared as the vessel cleared the clouds, superimposed against ads for sneakers, crypto, and eternal youth. In Seoul, elderly couples in VR watched with tears in their eyes. In Washington, D.C., President Trump gave his second address in 24 hours. This is our generation's moonshot, but this time we're staying there. Somewhere deep in a Houston command room, a technician whispered, "Off mic, God help them," but no one heard. Inside the Ark. The cabin was quiet, the noise of the launch already behind them. They floated. Their bodies, now unshackled from gravity, moved like drifting memory. McLean reviewed descent protocols. Lex Fridman activated his internal log recorder. Zubin Damania closed his eyes and whispered a prayer to nobody. Bianca Vasquez watched a drop of condensation form and hover, not fall. Tim Dodd turned on a camera and grinned, unsure whether to laugh or throw up. They were weightless, and there would be no gravity for 240 days. The vessel. The Ark was unlike any craft flown before, designed for permanence, for living, for slow decay and survival. 3. D-printed interiors with shock-dampening curves. Dual levels, upper for operations, lower for sleep, work, and psychological maintenance. Artificial diurnal light cycles to simulate Mars days, 24 hours, 39 minutes. A fully closed-loop water system powered by microbial bioreactors that smelled faintly of sulfur and mint. But for all its design elegance, it couldn't simulate gravity. There were no spinning rings, no treadmills on magnetic rails, only the ache of floating, and the ache of slowly vanishing bone. The first signs. Within 72 hours, appetites dropped, nausea spiked, spinal fluid pooled in skulls, puffing faces. Minor vision changes were logged in 8 of 30 crew. Damania posted a public video on day 6. 0G is a liar. It feels like freedom for about a day. Then it starts to take pieces of you. His logs began the data stream, now known across Martian archives as the bone clock. By day 30, they were losing an average of 1% bone mass per month, even with daily resistance training. One crew member cracked a rib sneezing. Another experienced brief heart arrhythmia while doing slow leg lifts. "We are becoming less human in transit," Lex recorded, "and we haven't even landed yet." Psychological drift. They stopped checking Earth messages around week 3. The delay, 4 to 18 minutes depending on orbital position, killed any sense of conversation. Earth felt slow, distant, fuzzy. Lex Fridman recorded a log in Observation Ring B, watching Earth vanish behind them. "We're beginning to forget how blue it was." Tim Dodd posted a video titled, "What It Feels Like to Know You Can't Go Home Yet." He filmed it floating, unsmiling, framed by dim light and condensation. Earth responds. The planet responded not with silence, but with noise. Netflix released a half-fictional docuseries using deepfake recreations of the crew. Fox News aired an animated daily segment, Mars Minute, Dust, Dudes, and Destiny. TikTok created a Mars challenge, simulate 0.38 grams at home, with ropes, fans, and imagination. Musk posted trajectory updates with hashtags like #Martian Manifest and #Earth is So last week. Only Al Jazeera Science aired a segment titled, "Can the Human Body Survive This?" They referenced the buried Melbourne report on bone density collapse. NASA issued no statement. The 6-month mark. By month 6, spines hurt, teeth loosened. One crew member reported seeing their own heartbeat in their vision. Damania created a new log tag, Transitional Physiology, Limits Unknown. A silent internal note was added to NASA's encrypted Mars Ops vault. Re-entry viability unverified. Final days of transit. By day 236, braking maneuvers began. The Ark's gravity-free silence was broken only by brief jolts as thrusters reoriented their descent profile. "We don't feel like astronauts anymore," one anonymous crew member wrote. "We feel like seeds that left the tree." They no longer spoke of Earth. They spoke of protocols, checklists, regolith pressure tolerances, dust, descent. Colonel McLean walked the crew through final checklists in partial EVA suits. EVA integrity, green. O2 compression, stable. Suit seals, pressurized. Behind her, the viewport flickered open. Red light spilled into the cabin. Lex Fridman pressed his forehead to the glass. Tim Dodd pointed the camera and didn't speak. Bianca Vasquez gripped her seat restraint until her knuckles paled. And Zubin Damania whispered, "Let's see what this exile looks like." End chapter 3.